What if everything you knew about the Battle of Thermopylae was based on a graphic novel? 300 Spartans versus 1 million Persians. A stand of courage, freedom, and sacrifice? Yeah, turns out most of that is totally made up. Today we're taking you deep into the real story of Thermopylae. The truth behind the abs, the slow-mo, and the famous "This is Sparta" scream. Comment below if you thought 300 was historically accurate when you first watched it. Like this video if you're ready to see what Hollywood got wrong. Subscribe to join us on more myth-busting history adventures. Let's begin. Let's get this straight. 300 is based on a 1998 graphic novel by Frank Miller. Not Herodotus, not archaeology, not primary sources. It's stylish, exaggerated, and intentionally over the top. The graphic novel reads more like a modern myth than a retelling. Zack Snyder's 2006 adaptation just doubled down on the visuals. Glowing eyes, blood splatter, ripped muscles, golden giants. It was art, not education. In 480 BCE, King Xerxes of Persia invaded Greece with a vast army. The Greek city-states, usually rivals, formed a loose alliance. They chose a narrow mountain pass at Thermopylae to make a stand. Led by Leonidas, king of Sparta, about 7,000 Greek warriors held off the Persians for 3 days. Eventually betrayed by a local who revealed a hidden path, the Greeks were surrounded. Leonidas and his final defenders, including 300 Spartans, stayed and fought to the death. That part? That's true. The film focuses only on the Spartans, but in reality, many fought and died. 700 Thespians fought to the end with Leonidas. 400 Thebans were also present, but their loyalty was complex. Soldiers came from Phocis, Corinth, Arcadia, and others. This was a pan-Hellenic stand, not a solo Spartan act. So, why erase the rest? Because Spartans sell. They were Hollywood's version of elite warriors. In 300, Xerxes is portrayed as a bald, pierced, glowing, godlike king. But real Xerxes, he was royal, not monstrous. He wore robes and a beard, ruled from Persia, and did not personally fight in frontline battles. His title, King of Kings, wasn't a boast. It was part of Persian political structure. He was an administrator, not a warlord. Let's talk about the creative liberties. Giant blade-wielding monsters, deformed hunchback traders, charging war rhinos. None of that happened, ever. These fantasy elements were designed for visual flair, drawing on Frank Miller's love for mythic exaggeration. But here's the issue. Some viewers believe this was history. The film claims the Greeks were outnumbered 300 to 1 million. Historical estimate? Xerxes likely brought 100,000 to 300,000 troops. Still massive, but manageable. Herodotus did claim 2.6 million, but most scholars agree this was inflated for effect. Why exaggerate? Because legends grow, and legends need big enemies. The movie simplifies the Greeks into one big freedom-loving gang. Truth? They were rivals, full of distrust. Athens and Sparta were often enemies. Thebes had Persian sympathies at times. Most of Greece didn't even join the fight. This wasn't the Avengers of ancient Greece. It was a desperate alliance that barely held. "Freedom!" Leonidas yells. But Sparta wasn't free. It was a rigid, brutal society. The Spartan elite ruled through fear over an enslaved population of helots. They trained boys to fight from age 7. Weak babies were left to die. Their version of freedom? Freedom for warriors, not for farmers, not for women, not for helots. The Persian Empire in 300 is dark, twisted, and cruel. But real Persia? It was one of the most advanced civilizations of its time. Tolerant of religions, massive road systems, advanced postal network, huge palaces, libraries, and infrastructure. Okay, not everything is false. 300 did get some things right. The narrowness of Thermopylae's pass. The Greek strategy of funneling the army. the betrayal by Ephialtes, who revealed the secret path, the sacrifice of Leonidas and his troops. So yes, buried beneath the fantasy, there is truth. So why do people love 300? Because it speaks to eternal ideas. Courage, defiance, brotherhood, sacrifice. The myth of the Spartans endures, even if the details don't. Myths shape how we see our past and how we act in the present. But let's not forget, real people lived, real people died, and their stories deserve accuracy. 300 is a masterpiece of visuals. But history, not so much. Now you know the difference. Comment, what other movies should we break down next? Like if your view of history just leveled up, and subscribe. Because next time, we're digging into Gladiator Troy and more Hollywood history lessons gone wrong. Thanks for watching, and remember, truth is just as epic when told the right way.